Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of Beyond the Headlines. I'm Dave Rishi, news web editor for blackburnnews.com. This week my guest is Aaron Hall. He's the editor of the Southwestern Ontario music portal, SWOMP.ca.
Yeah.
Aaron, why was there a need for a website like this?
Well, I really saw a kind of an open niche there in the market to, promote music not only in the community of Chatham-Kent, Wallaceburg, where I'm from, but across the whole region. Windsor, Sarnia, Lambton, Chatham-Kent, even up to London. Because the way I look at it, I've been a music fan forever, and I have no problem kind of traveling around a little bit to see some shows. So I just wanted to create a little bit of unity, I guess, amongst the region to promote the great music that's happening here.
Well, what is the music scene like, I guess, in each of these areas? I mean, first of all, as far as being able to see live performances, if we start with that.
Oh, there's tons of different options on different scales, you know what I mean? Like, there's world-class musicians and artists and bands that come through the region, whether you're, at Caesars Windsor, down in Windsor, up to Budweiser Gardens in London, and even locally, obviously, with the Capitol Theatre, we're getting some great musicians, great artists, great talent coming through, and it's really active in terms of the big bands, big artists, but in terms of local bands as well. There's a very vibrant and active scene, I think, in Chatham-Kent and across the whole region.
I guess, you said you're a big music fan. What kind of changes have you seen when it comes to the local music scene? I guess being in Chatham-Kent, let's talk about that area.
Well, Chatham-Kent specific, I've always been one, when you get the chance to go out at night when the kids, get a babysitter or whatever, there's always a place to go to see a live show, whether it be at a local bar. But some of the changes that I've seen, and especially in Chatham-Kent, with the Capitol Theatre, that's a world-class, like a great venue that you can see some amazing performances. For a couple, for instance, the Sheepdogs last November, that place was electric in that facility, and it was packed, and just more recently with Tegan and Sarah, it was just a great experience that it was awesome to, be a part of and to see.
The Capitol Theatre it's a newer venue for bands around here. When I was more of a part of the original music scene in this area, I mean, there were a lot of different venues to play, a few different bars and that sort of thing. It seems like there's not as many places to play. Would you say that that's fair?
I'm not sure in terms of numbers. It's a tough time. I've never been in a band or a musician myself, but in terms of the numbers, I know there are places to play though. Like in terms of just downtown Chatham, the Elephant's Nest, that still going strong. The Jazzba, I know there's some places there, and other spots across the community. In Wallaceburg, for instance, the Gene Gordon Theatre, they bring in a lot of artists and musicians through their arts council as well. So there are spots to play, and a big one that's happening locally that they just announced the lineup for last night, Indie Fest, the Culture Factory. The work that they are doing, on a voluntary basis is amazing, and really giving an opportunity to, like I said, some of those local bands and giving them a chance to be seen and be heard, and showcasing the venues as well, like Left Wing Tattoo and Art Gallery. They're one of the venues. And like I said before, Elephant's Nest, Jazzba, Studio One. So there are spots to play for musicians, and there's lots of people that are passionate about the industry, I think, that are doing great work, like the Indie Fest folks, like the Culture Factory folks, that are trying to make it happen.
Yeah, and I think the one thing Culture Factory has done is found some new venues. Studio One's becoming a real hotspot, like you mentioned, Left Wing. A lot of artists are starting to move through there. Is that really what it's about? Trying to find some new venues? You can't just wait for something to put a call out for bands?
Well, yeah, that's just it. If you want to see live music, and yeah, those people, they took it, the bull by the horns kind of thing, and made it happen, and made and a lot of those spots, they have it's when you see live music, it's all about the atmosphere and the experience that you have there and the vibe that you get. And there's some great spots in Chatham-Kent.
All right, well, thank you, Aaron, for joining me, and thank you all for watching Beyond the Headlines. I'm Dave Rishi, news web editor for blackburnnews.com.